So, I once again find myself at the Woodman Point boat ramp with Ryan Thipthorpe. If you don't like rough water, then Ryan isn't the bloke to go fishing with. And I'm not overly keen on the 20-knot winds myself, but I couldn't sign up quick enough to have a go at an amazing new technique for catching snapper that he's recently developed. We had so many letters and emails about the last time Ryan brought me out snapper fishing. Today, we thought he'd do it again, but this time, Ryan, you've come across a technique in the last couple of weeks that's just going to blow people away.
That's right, Steve. Something very, very new.
He's jigging snapper, catching snapper late afternoon and at night, mate, on jigs and softtails.
Yeah, you'd never think of it. I mean, the fact that people catch snapper all the time, but using something artificial and at night time, it's amazing.
Oh, look, if this goes off, you're going to see something you've never seen before on television. We're starting out with baits like we did before, just to get the school interested. As it gets darker, we're going to fish jigs. We're even going to fish light if the fish come on. If this works, mate, it's going to be something else.
It's going to be sensational. Looking forward to it.
He's told me about it. Let's do it. You on?
I think I just got a hit. Yep.
You're on.
Oh yeah.
Man, well, we've now done the
that.
first bit. We've got him on the baits, and it's still daylight, and this fish is going to fight.
Look at that. Jeez, that bait was only just in the water for not even a minute. Steve?
Now, I tell you people, if there's a snapper anywhere in Cockburn Sound,
oh, no.
Ryan's going to find it. You've lost it, haven't you?
I've lost it. Did me in, mate.
That's all right, we know they're here. We're only trying to find them on the baits. We're in the right spot.
Yep, I'm on again, Steve.
I don't know what you're doing, mate. They know you, don't they? They think Ryan's here. We'll just come and say hello. Oh. He's coming at the boat now, isn't he? Now he's not. Now he's got away from the boat pretty fast.
Oh, geez, I better tighten that drag up a little bit.
Yeah, you better get some wood in him here. You're going to lose this one too.
Oh, no, I don't want to lose another fish.
Now, dude, this is the second fish you've hooked as the sun's starting to come down here in daylight. At what point are we going to change over and go to lures?
Well, I ideally like to get a couple of fish, Steve. That way I know that the school's there and they're feeding. Then I'd like to change to light gear.
He's about 3 or 4 kilos, perhaps?
I'm not too sure.
We'll get a look in a minute.
Oh, you'd be about 4 kilos.
Nice, all right. The wind's blowing the net all sorts of directions. Sneak up from behind, gotcha. There's the first pinky for the night. But it's only on baits, as Ryan would say. He wants them on lures, so we'll get the hooks out. We'll pop this one back.
Good fun, Steve. Excellent.
I can't believe you.
Oh, there you go, Steve.
That is
back
magnificent. Ryan, the sun's about to start hitting the water. I've got one bait out, but now we're going to start to switch to lures. What have you got there?
This is a rubber tail soft plastic jig. This one in particular is probably around about 12 centimetres long, with a lead head, cone head at the front there. And that's what I use in my 2 kilo outfit.
That's got a bit of fluoro about it too in the water?
Yeah, that one's actually got a Lumo tube inside there. And what we normally do is just generally give a bit of a charge up with a bit of a light or a flash, and that will glow in tonight's light.
You've got 2 kilo fire line, and you found that you don't even use leaders. You just use a Bimini twist double and put a cat's paw just to loop the jig onto that.
Yeah, we originally were using leaders to start with, and we found actually that we're losing fish, whereas we put the actual double straight down to the actual jig. Doesn't seem to affect the fish, and we get more fish in. All
right, it's time to lure fish for pink snapper as it gets dark. I can't believe we're even doing this. This is great. All right, get it in there, mate. Yeah, I'm on, Ryan.
Yep. I saw it take the bait. That's excellent.
Now the sun's just starting to hit the water, and you're right, mate, they're coming on. So the baits are starting to work.
Yes, that's right.
But it won't be long now until the lures are really starting to fire up.
Oh, it's taking a little bit of line there.
Well, this is only 6 kilo now. We're going lighter and lighter. Man, I tell you what, if there's someone that knows more about snapper than you, he's a great snapper fisher. And obviously there are. But mate, you know your stuff here. You just call it time and time again. Whoa.
I can't take all the glory. Peter Addington's taught me a fair bit about snapper, but I've done my own homework as well.
Well, that's it. You've done a lot of work on this.
That's right.
And everything you've predicted so far tonight's come true.
Look at that.
Bit of pink, bit of silver.
Isn't it great? Just on sun now. Geez, that looks good.
Wait for this shot. Here we go. As it comes up, the first time you see it, a nice pinky.
Look at those blue hues, those fins.
I've only just got that, mate. I'm going to go backwards, see if you can get the net in now.
Okay. There you go. Look at that.
Oh,
that is brilliant.
All right, well, that's the baits. We've got to get the lures going now. I'm getting fired up. Oh, well, there's my snapper on the baits. But Ryan, I really want one on lures. Are we going to start using the jigs now full on?
I reckon now's the time, Steve. Let's do it.
Dark. Lots of snapper about. We'll put this one back and go lure fishing. This is actually my favourite part, watching those spots in the light.
Those blue dots are nice, aren't
and
they?
The fins. Oh, it's too cold for a shower.
Okay, what I'm doing here, Steve, is I'm basically putting the actual jig right back to where we've been getting the snapper on bait, letting it sink down to the bottom. Now, obviously, it's a very light jig, so we're going to have to give it a little bit of time to get down to the bottom. Once it's down the bottom, we're just going to basically give it a slow wind, twitch, and the idea behind it, we're imitating either a small bait, or in this case, a small squid,
Yep.
and generally, the snapper will take it straight into the mouth.
All right, we'll show everyone how you're going to work that jig.
Okay, wind up the slack a bit. Should have sunk down to at least near the strike zone by now. All you're going to do basically is slow wind, jig, and that there, they can't resist it.
But you find that as it gets darker, your jigs start to work more effectively.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. We've actually tried catching snapper at night time on jigs, and it has worked, say, i.e. a new moon, but it seems to be at night time on a full moon in particular, for whatever reason, they actually seem to love the jigs.
And that's right flying in the face of tradition, isn't it?
That is. I mean, traditionally, full moon, I wouldn't go out chasing snapper. But the way things have been recently, full moon, you'll see me out here.
Well, now you can go bait fishing new moon, jig fishing on the full moon.
That's right. Looking forward to it.
Hey, mate. All right, I feel a bit of a sucking thing here. Just ease into it. Yeah, Ryan, I don't believe it, mate. It worked. I've got it on a jig.
Excellent.
I can't believe this, he was right. We've just been throwing lures around in the dark, would you believe, bouncing them around the bottom. And I've got a predator on, and this ain't a bad fish.
And what did I just say to you, Steve?
As soon as it comes to this exact time, it was like 2 seconds ago, he goes, yeah, it's about the time.
As soon as it just goes on dark, it's
It's
amazing.
like the sensei. Look at this. It's a good fight to fish this snapper on.
That fish is going.
It is.
It's amazing, Steve. Catching fish, local fish we're talking about, local pink snapper at night time on artificial.
I'm speechless, really. I have no idea what to say about this other than you told me it was possible. I never would have believed it. And the guys have been catching brim on jigs. Is this the next logical step? I mean, jig fishing for pink snapper right next to Garden Island at night. I got some colour. And there, look at the jig, look at the jig.
Look at that, it's a good fish, about 4.5 kilos on jig.
Honestly, we're not joking about this. We didn't just swim that fish down there. He's grabbed the white predator at night, in the dark.
That is excellent fish, Steve.
I'm going to take a bit of a seat here and ponder that. I mean, oh, we've got a shower too. That is unbelievable. Just get that jig out there, mate.
I might just grab the pair of pliers.
Now that, just give everyone a look. That's a predator jig, tied up by the guys down at range camping. Oh, sorry, snapper. On a jig, no bait. There is no bait involved at night. You wouldn't think you could catch pink snapper on lures. There's the proof. Ryan, you've done it again, mate. Well, I've done it this time, but he's a good teacher. We'll pop this one back.
Well done, Steve. Good fish.
This is just about my favourite part, I think, watching him in the light. Pretty strong already. Look at that. Oh, he just hit his head in the boat. He's still there, look. He's swimming in the current. That's unbelievable. He's gone now.
Well, Steve, you've got one on the lead head jig. I'm going to give this small rubber tail a go, this squid a go. I reckon I'll get a fish with this one.
Well, you got the brim gear out, mate. This is going to be something if you hook one. So, all right, well, I'm going to keep fishing the lead head. You see you go with that.
Well, 1.8 kilo. Here we go, brim gear.
If you hook something, it's going to be on.
Now, he hit that jigs.
Oh, I don't believe it.
No, he's on.
He's done
Tighten
it.
up a little bit.
He's done it on 4-pound line now. Wow, he's hooked one.
No, he's hooked.
Now you got to land it, mate.
Oh, Steve. He took that, just jigging on the bottom. Look at he's going up with the current.
I can't believe this. But that was that fluoro squid, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a fluoro squid. Just put a little bit of light on it, charged it up, jigging off the bottom there, that schooler snapper.
This is unbelievable, I understand. This is the brim gear. Now remember earlier in the show, myself and Ira were down in the Blackwood and we were fishing this gear for brim. And now all of a sudden, we're fishing the same gear for pink snapper. And it's got to be 4 to 6 kilos, so wow.
There we go, there's colour there. Oh, that's a good fish on light gear.
Yeah. Good, it's a good fish, you think?
Hang on a second, I'll just pull him
Hang on, look at the jig, right in the mouth there.
Yeah, look at that squid. Just out of the mouth, I'll just pull him over.
That's unbelievable. Here we go. Got him. Woohoo! You did it! Mate!
Excellent.
I thought my capture was good. 6 kilo with a white jig. He's got the brim gear out and he's pulled this thing. It's like a 4 kilo pink snapper in the dark.
Look at that. There you go, that's the tail.
With the rubber squid. Well, we've proven here that you can fly in the face of tradition and invent a completely new way to fish.
That's right, Steve. It's just amazing.
If you've got a small boat and you want to come out here, honestly, there's plenty of coral, there's plenty of reefs. If you email us at the fishingwa.com website, we're happy to get you started so you can come out here and do this too, because I tell you what, for adrenaline, mate, you can't beat it.
Mate, that's just awesome fun, Steve.